Is moving to Playa Vista worth it? Probably not, unless you really want what this neighborhood uniquely offers. Playa Vista is one of LA's most talked about master plan communities. Some people absolutely love it, others find it too expensive and too compact. So, in today's deep dive, I'm going to give you 7 powerful reasons either to move here or to think twice. By the end, you're going to know if Playa Vista should make your shortlist, or if it's better off looking elsewhere on the west side. Hey, if it's the first time to the channel, you want to know everything there is to learn about living in Southern California and the surrounding areas like Playa Vista, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market conditions in Southern California. My name is Eric Folkers, and me and my partners and team, we get calls and emails every single day from people like you, and we love it. And if you're thinking about making that move in 8 days or 80 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom, my favorite, and I'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to Southern California. So as I mentioned, we are here in Playa Vista. So quick background, Playa Vista zip code 90094 sits on LA's west side between Marina del Rey, Culver City, and Playa del Rey. It's often called the heart of Silicon Beach because of its tech and media concentration. It is a master plan community. It's not just a neighborhood that evolved over decades, which makes it different from places like Venice and Santa Monica. Today, I'm going to break down the pros and the cons, and I'm going to highlight the housing trends and give you checklisted questions so you can decide if it's worth the West Side premium. Reason number 1, which is a pro, the built-in work-life balance through walkability and the 15-minute living. Most people know Playa Vista for its tech companies and luxury apartments. But what's rarely highlighted is how it naturally forces a healthier, more balanced lifestyle because of its 15-minute city design. Unlike much of Los Angeles, where you're stuck in traffic for roughly 45 minutes commuting every day, Playa Vista compresses daily life into a very short radius. You got grocery stores like Whole Foods, CVS, gyms, parks, coffee shops, and office spaces, and even entertainment like the Cinemark, restaurants, concerts, and at the bandshell are all within walking and biking distance.
This design dramatically reduces time cost. Instead of wasting 10 plus hours per week in a car, residents often relocate that time to fitness and outdoor activity because Playa Vista has 29 parks and over 3 miles of trails, so you can actually use your free time outdoors. You got family and relationships. Parents report higher quality time with their kids because soccer practice, schools, and playgrounds are within walking distance, cutting out carpool chaos. Your mental health. According to the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, people living in walkable neighborhoods report 30% higher satisfaction with work-life balance compared to those in car-dependent areas. One resident described it as getting years of my life back, not sitting on the 405 every day. That hidden lifestyle shift, time freedom, is something you can't see on a Zillow listing, but it's life-changing once you experience it.
Reason number 2, which is a pro to move, proximity to Silicon Beach. Now, there's a lot of headquarters and offices here. There's tech, there's media, gaming studios, other schools like LMU, Loyola Marymount University. You got Google, Electronic Arts, EA, Tencent America, and Belkin International, and that's just to name a few. Shorter commute times here to Venice, Santa Monica, Culver City, Marina del Rey, and you also have El Segundo, Manhattan Beach, and the LAX airport really close. And if you work in tech or media, the live-work synergy is just a major draw here. Playa Vista homes near Silicon Beach tech companies are just in steady demand here.
Reason number 3 not to move, high housing costs. Now let's talk about one of the biggest reasons Playa Vista might not be worth it for some people, and that's the price tag. Real estate in Playa Vista isn't cheap. In fact, median home listings here are hovering around 1.3 million or more, and that's before you factor in the extras. Many of the homes and condos here are part of master plan communities, which means HOA fees are the norm. Those can range from a few $100s a month to well over $1,000, depending on the amenities your community offers. And while those fees often cover things like security, pools, gyms, or well-maintained parks, they can add a serious chunk to your monthly housing costs. If you're renting, the story isn't much better. Rental rates in Playa Vista sit well above the Los Angeles average, especially for luxury apartments and townhomes. And while you're paying for a modern, convenient lifestyle, you're definitely paying a premium for it. Another thing to keep in mind is square footage per dollar. If you're comparing Playa Vista to neighborhoods further inland, you'll quickly see the difference. For same budget, you might be able to buy a larger single-family home with more land in areas like the San Fernando Valley, Culver City, or even parts of South Bay. In Playa Vista, you're often getting less space, both inside and outside, but paying more for location and convenience. And don't forget the other carrying costs. Buyers need to budget not just for the mortgage, but also property taxes, which in California runs about 1% of assessed value per year, plus those HOA fees we mentioned, and together they can easily add thousands to your annual housing expenses.
Reason number 4, not to move. Limited inventory and just competition. You have a compact geography here, which equals fewer listings. Homes that check all the boxes here go very quickly. Expect bidding wars, tighter contingencies, and just less flexibility. Playa Vista inventory is very low, so buyers must act fast or just expand search radius. Now we're at the starter home price. $685,000, a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 790 square feet, built in 2005. It's a condo, HOA, $984 a month. It's a little bit steeper, but a lot of things are included with this. Comes out to $867 per square foot, and with that $983 a month HOA, you're gonna get internet, you're gonna get cable, security, pool, gym, spa, medical room, or a media room, and just access to the whole Playa Vista amenities. So let's take a look inside. Okay, now we're in the $800,000 range. This property is $849,000. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 910 square feet, HOA, $914 a month, built in 2006. Comes out to about $933 per square foot. Again, you got all the Playa Vista amenities, the sparkling swimming pools, the spas, the state-of-the-art fitness center, you got the parks, the sports courts. Let's just take a look inside here. Reason number 5, not to move. Proximity to LAX. Close to the airport equals amazing for frequent flyers, but many parts are under flight paths. There's aircraft noise, especially evenings and at night. Extra car traffic during peak hours around Century Boulevard and Lincoln Boulevard. Always check soundproofing and visit at night before buying. Living near LAX means convenience and noise. Playa Vista shows both sides.
Reason number 6, not to move. A major con is limited long-term neighborhood identity and lack of authentic community feel. One of the biggest reasons some people ultimately decide not to move to Playa Vista is that, unlike neighborhoods with decades of history and culture, Playa Vista is still relatively new. It's a master plan community development built on what used to be Howard Hughes aircraft land. That means almost everything here is modern, curated, and intentionally designed, but it can often feel a bit manufactured. Culture and roots. Unlike nearby Venice, Santa Monica, or Culver City, Playa Vista doesn't have deep cultural roots, historical districts, or long-standing small businesses that give a neighborhood character. For some people, that makes it feel more like a polished bubble than a real community. And then there's turnover. Because so many residents are professionals working in tech or entertainment, there can be a higher turnover rate compared to more established neighborhoods. This can make it harder to feel that sense of generational community you find elsewhere. From an investment standpoint, this can also matter. Neighborhoods with rich culture and long-established identity often hold value differently than planned communities. Playa Vista real estate has demand thanks to location, but some buyers worry about long-term uniqueness and resale appeal compared to neighborhoods with stronger cultural anchors. So while Playa Vista is clean, safe, and modern, some buyers say it feels like living in a resort rather than a traditional neighborhood. For people who value deep community roots or a strong sense of history, that can be a major non-factor in deciding to move there.
Okay, here's a pro I just want to throw in here. This is huge. There's a thing called the serendipity factor, which equals networking and career collisions that you can't manufacture. Most people see Playa Vista as just a residential community or a tech hub. But what's unique and often overlooked is how much proximity shapes opportunity. Because Playa Vista is home to dozens of tech firms, media companies, startups, and creative professionals, you're constantly running into people in informal settings like coffee shops, dog park, the farmer's market, or even the gym. This creates what urban sociologists call weak ties, casual connections that often turn into life-changing opportunities.
Here's a stat check. According to research by Stanford and LinkedIn, 85% of jobs are filled through networking and weak ties, which is the people you casually know rather than close friends, are 2.5 times more likely to provide new career opportunities. In Playa Vista, this dynamic is supercharged. A casual chat at Blue Bottle Coffee could turn into a freelance contract, a startup role, or even an investment pitch. Many residents report landing opportunities they never would have applied for online simply because they were living in the middle of Silicon Beach. It's not just tech. Creatives, wellness entrepreneurs, and even real estate investors are embedded in this ecosystem. This serendipity factor is something you cannot replicate if you're living in a more isolated LA neighborhood where you drive in, shut the garage, and never meet anyone new. Playa Vista is almost designed to create collisions between ambitious, like-minded people. For someone thinking about moving here, this isn't just about lifestyle. It could literally change the trajectory of your career or business without you even planning for it.
So is moving to Playa Vista worth it? The answer isn't simple, and that's exactly why you need to weigh in carefully. On one hand, Playa Vista offers incredible benefits like walkable amenities, parks, and green space that support health and well-being, and a modern lifestyle with just short commutes to Silicon Beach jobs, and even those hidden networking opportunities that can transform your career. On the other hand, there are some significant considerations: high housing costs, limited inventory, the Westside premium on square footage, proximity to LAX and associated noise, and the fact that it's a relatively new master plan neighborhood with less historic character. Ultimately, Playa Vista is one of those rare neighborhoods where the pros and cons are very real. It can be amazing for the right person, but not for everyone. If you value convenience, modern amenities, green space, and career opportunities, it could be your perfect Westside home. But if space, affordability, or deep-rooted community feel are priorities, it might not be the best match. Make your move now and experience the West Side like never before. Here in Playa Vista, every street brings convenience, community, and modern living together, and every day feels full of opportunity. Until next time, I'll see you around the neighborhood.